So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 5 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now the stories I wanted to dive into today includes Uncharted 5, PlayStation 5, Sony removing a PlayStation 5 feature, the PlayStation Plus games for November, God of War Ragnarok gets surprising launch day news, and Factions 2 could be free to play. First, yes or no, are you a fan of the Uncharted franchise or not? We're gonna dive into that Uncharted story later on in the video, but I'm curious if you guys are fans of the series. I personally, of course, love the franchise, but that's just me. What about you guys? So comment below, yes or no, if you're a fan of the Uncharted franchise or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Factions 2. So Factions 2 is back in the news. Feels like it's been a while since the last time we've talked about it. The game was officially announced this past summer, but was confirmed all the way back in 2019. It's wild to think I've been waiting for 3 years already. I remember how much it sucked to know that Last of Us Part 2 wasn't going to have multiplayer. I remember the feeling back then. I thought maybe we'll get this new standalone multiplayer in the near future, but fast forward 3 years later, and all we've seen so far is a concept image. Regardless, the story today is that a new job posting indicates that the game could be free to play, which we've kind of guessed at already. The job listing is for a live ops producer. The overview states, we're looking for a live ops producer to support our major new multiplayer title. We are looking for the right candidate to get in early and help define the processes, requirements, and infrastructure that will support the project through launch and beyond. So this part here is a bit worrying for me. Get in early. This game has been in development for 2 years this past summer, but really it's been in development much longer than that, but it was scrapped. Their previous idea was scrapped and redone, and what they've decided to stick with has been in development for the last 2 years. I like that they mentioned through launch and beyond at least. I just hope this thing launches next year. I've been waiting so long. But in terms of the free-to-play aspect, in the bonus skills section, it states this: proven experience in a production role supporting a AAA free-to-play live title. So we've kind of guessed that it being free-to-play, Sony wants a live service title that's successful, so launching this as a free-to-play game on both PlayStation 5 and PC day one makes a lot of sense. Free-to-play games also don't start off with everything. They build over time, so this comforts me a bit that this could release next year. Now diving into the second story of the video, PlayStation Plus games for November 2022. So this is a quick story. Consistently accurate website Deal Labs has leaked the PlayStation Plus essential games for November 2022. The list includes Neo 2, Lego Harry Potter Collection, and Heavenly Bodies. I personally tried playing Neo 1 and couldn't really get into it. Maybe I'll try 2 and see how that goes. Heavenly Bodies is a physics-based puzzle game, which doesn't really interest me. Lego Harry Potter Collection might be something I actually dive into when I have the time. But you guys let me know if any of these PlayStation Plus essential games interest you or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the third story of the video, Sony removes a PlayStation 5 feature. So this one was a weird one. Previously, Sony listed the dates for when games were going to leave the PlayStation Plus service. I've personally not paid attention to this as much since I play the games I really want to when they drop on the service. But of course, not everyone, including myself, can play everything, so these dates do end up being useful. Twitter user PS5 Play spotted this change, stating this on Twitter: previously, I could check in advance of games being added to the leaving soon section, as the leave date would display on games. To see this, I would manually click through 700 plus games weekly. I did this to make videos to try to give people more notice to allow them time to complete games. Now you're not even going to display the dates. Res Infinite is on the leaving soon list, but when is it leaving? No one knows. Will it be today, tomorrow, next week? GTA Vice City leaves in February, but barely anyone knows this. You have to read the PlayStation blog post to know. So again, this was a weird change. Why take this feature off the store? Maybe to align themselves with Xbox Game Pass, since they don't offer dates there. I'm not really sure. Of course, let's see how this plays out. Now, diving into the fourth story of the video, God of War Ragnarok launch news. So Sony Santa Monica has confirmed that God of War Ragnarok will not have a photo mode at launch, but rather post-launch. They stated this on Twitter. Photo mode will be coming to God of War Ragnarok after launch. We'll share more details closer to when we plan to release it. We can't wait to see all your captures once it's live. So it's still coming, but just won't be there day one, which sucks in my opinion. I enjoy taking and sharing photos, especially for Sony first-party titles, since their photo modes are usually full-featured. But here, I guess I'll have to stick with just taking regular screen captures while I go through the game. We're exactly 2 weeks away from launch. The game drops 2 weeks from today, which is crazy to say. It's finally almost that time. And now diving into the final story of the video, Uncharted 5. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, Sony is building a new development team in collaboration with the Visual Arts Service Group and Naughty Dog to make a new AAA game. A new job listing for a senior producer role at PlayStation refers to the new team and states that it's being put together to work on a new project. Sony PlayStation is building a new internal development team in partnership with the Visual Arts Service Group, an award-winning full production group that specializes in animation, motion capture, cinematics, art, and scanning, the listing reads. This high visibility project is being developed in collaboration with Naughty Dog. Though currently unannounced, we have a clear vision and plan to release. Although the listing doesn't give information on the scale of the game being planned, it asks that candidates have worked on 2 or more published AAA titles, at least one of which must have been as a senior producer during the entire development cycle. This implies that the project will be a big budget title. While potentially unrelated, earlier this year, Naughty Dog's newly appointed recruiter seemingly hinted that Sony was planning future Uncharted releases. In a post on LinkedIn, Christina Marie Drake McBrearty said she was scouting for talent at every level, and that it was special being able to be building future teams for not only new titles, but for the legacy of Uncharted. So that was a good chunk of stuff, but I'll also add to that. Last year, Jason Schreier said that Naughty Dog was working with Sony Bend on a new Uncharted game, but Sony Bend pulled out and wanted to do their own thing. Sony Bend made Uncharted PlayStation Vita, and that was a solid entry in the franchise in my opinion, so I guess it made sense to get their help with a new Uncharted game. But since Sony Bend pulled out of the project and now are working on their own IP, I assume Naughty Dog needed a new team to help with this project, and that's this Visual Arts collaboration team that they're getting together here as a replacement. The funny thing is that this story sounds like when we were covering a possible new Uncharted game being in development at the Visual Arts Service Group for years before finding out that they were working on The Last of Us remake, which was then fully taken over by Naughty Dog. I'm personally down for more Uncharted. The last game came out in 2017. It was with Lost Legacy, and it makes sense since Xbox has the Indiana Jones license now. Maybe Sony doesn't want to lose that Uncharted Tomb Raider market. But you guys let me know if you're interested in more Uncharted or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Bring On the Uncharted Adventures. If you're down for more Uncharted like I am, destroy the comment section with Bring On the Uncharted Adventures, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.